It's LeGarrette Blunt here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, Micro Mike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch Micro Mike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, aka Megatron. Big shout out to Micro Mike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to Detroit Lions Talk with Micro Mike. We talk all things Detroit Lions news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, and everything regarding our franchise. And in this video, we got a big rumor going around there that there's teams interested in Kenny Golladay if he is a free agent, one being the New York Giants, and yes, the other one being the Green Bay Packers. This has many implications for our Detroit Lions regarding the franchise tag. Now, knowing that an NFC North rival such as the Green Bay Packers, who's already really good, would pursue Kenny Golladay, that puts a lot of fear in us losing Kenny Golladay to a rival and then have to see him through the 2022 and beyond season. What does that mean for our team? It means the Detroit Lions, you may have to go ahead and tag Kenny Golladay because we do not want him in the NFC North. But before we talk about the Green Bay Packers, let's talk about what's going on with the New York Giants. The New York Giants are looking for a high-profile wide receiver to complement the two wide receivers they already have in Golden Tate and Darius Slayton. Now, the New York Giants, they have a very good running back in Saquon Barkley, injured, but most importantly, they have a young quarterback in Daniel Jones, and they're trying to get this guy to work out. How do you help him out? You give him a high-profile wide receiver, one such as Kenny Golladay. Reply to the pinned comment. What is the pinned comment? It's the first comment on my video I specifically pin. The question will be, should we tag Kenny Golladay to make sure that the Green Bay Packers and or another NFC North team don't get him? Let me know. Do you think it would be devastating if Kenny Golladay went to the Green Bay Packers and how it would affect us? I want to hear what the subscriber base thinks about this concept of Kenny Golladay in green. Let me know. Now, for Kenny Golladay, if we decide to let him walk, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him to go to the New York Giants, considering the fact that it's not an NFC North rival and you do get a conditional third-round draft pick. With that said, it's still in the NFC, and this also gives an indication that in 2021, before the season was over, the New York Giants were interested in acquiring Kenny Golladay via trade. Obviously, it didn't happen because he did not get traded. What that gives the impression of is the Detroit Lions could do a smart move here, and if they do not want to have Kenny Golladay signed to a contract, they could tag him and trade him to the New York Giants as they are interested in him. If they tried to acquire for him before, they're already interested in him in free agency. They covet Kenny Golladay. That gives us a little bit of edge if we decided to go that route. We don't know what Brad Holmes is going to do. Maybe they want to keep Kenny Golladay and try to extend him. That's not a bad idea, depending on the contract. But knowing that a team covets him, would willing to trade for him before, if we decide to franchise tag him, they would probably do it again. And that is a big positive, and that is a good card for Brad Holmes to have. We need help. So if they are afraid to tag him just because of the issues with the cap ramifications or unwilling to pay him that type of money of over $16.4 million for a cap hit via franchise tag, there's a good chance they can trade him, so that kind of underestimates the worry that they would have. So Kenny Golladay would then go to the New York Giants. The Lions get a high draft pick. That would not be bad. But there's another team interested in Kenny Golladay, and this one hurts. The Green Bay Packers is interested in Kenny Golladay. What does that mean? Well, if he was to walk in free agency, he could be teamed up with Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers. That would be very bad for the Detroit Lions in the next couple of years. It's not like Kenny Golladay is extremely old. He would be with Green Bay, and we know the talent that Kenny Golladay has. Imagine Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Smith and Kenny Golladay. That would be a very hard team to beat. They already went to the NFC Championship last year. You bring Kenny Golladay, and they would definitely be a Super Bowl contender, and we would have to face this offensive juggernaut twice a year. Considering the fact that our defense is in a world of hurt, that would be extremely bad for the Lions' chances to attempt to become a good team and try to win in the NFC North. Not saying they would win the NFC North, but attempt to win. They would be very much underdogs in this situation. Our defense had issues last year with the Green Bay Packers. Bring in Kenny Golladay opposite of Davante Adams, and we're going to have massive issues with that team. This here sounds the alarm, in my opinion, that the Detroit Lions need to franchise tag Kenny Golladay. It's important to make sure our offensive skilled weapon, a very good weapon, does not go to the NFC North. I talked about on a video a couple days ago how if we decided to get a Allen Robinson, it would be a positive for the Detroit Lions and a net loss for the Chicago Bears. A smart move in that sense. Now, if the Green Bay Packers poach Kenny Golladay, we're losing a very good weapon, and it's going to a very good football team that we would have to face twice a year. We talked about how we did not want to send Matthew Stafford to Chicago because that means we'd have to face him twice a year. I don't want to face Kenny Golladay twice a year. And I think the Detroit Lions should really look at franchising, tagging him, and making sure he does not hit the open market. Because if you hit the open market, folks, guess what? You can sign with any team. And if the Green Bay Packers would want to get Kenny Golladay, do you not think that it would be enticing, from his opinion, to a team that went to the NFC Championship to be the opposite of Davante Adams and have Aaron Rodgers throwing him the football? He would love that. And if you do tag him, we'll go back to the New York Giants here. They discussed the trading him before the trade deadline last year. So if you franchise tag him, you make sure that he doesn't go to the Green Bay Packers or another NFC North team, and you're able to go ahead and get a better draft pick. It's a win-win if they don't want to extend him. I think it's extremely important that we franchise tag him just to make sure he doesn't go to the Green Bay Packers. We don't need that. That would really hurt our team, in my opinion. No doubt about it. I think the best option is to franchise tag him. Now on Tuesday, that's when you're able to start franchise tagging players. And I don't know if the Lions will do it immediately, if they'll do it at all, but we're definitely going to be monitoring this on Tuesday, looking for everything that's taking place here. We got to be strategic about this. If Kenny Golladay has the option to leave, it could really hurt us, not just by him leaving our team because we don't have weapons. It hurts our team because now our rival is getting a weapon. All we have is Quintez Cephas, Allison, and Victor Bolden. That's not good. That's not good at all. You would be giving them a extreme weapon and completely loaded. We need help. So at least tag him. The worst case scenario is if you tag him, he's on our team for 2022 at a $16.4 million. That's worst case scenario. That's not bad, but if you let him walk, the worst case scenario is he goes to the NFC North and they just cream us. That would be bad. Yeah, we get a conditional third-round draft pick, but at that point, what would it matter? He could be on the team for the next 5 years with Aaron Rodgers and then Jordan Love ripping us apart. Yes, he's had an injury history. Yes, he has a potential to hurt their Green Bay Packers via cap and not being on the field. But again, what if he is on the field? And he probably would be for that team. That would hurt us really, really bad. And I don't want to see that. And let's be honest here. I'm sure there's going to be many other teams that's going to want to get Kenny Golladay, not just these two. I'm sure there's going to be a flurry of teams. You got teams all over the NFC that needs wide receivers, for sure. I mean, what happens if Allen Robinson does leave Chicago? They're going to want to get a weapon so he could potentially be there. We just haven't heard it yet. But that's pretty much guaranteed he's going to be coveted. I just want to make sure if we do lose Kenny Golladay, that we're the team able to send him to the team we would want him to go to. I want to be able to dictate where his future is, and I don't want it to be other than the Detroit Lions or a team we don't face all the time. I don't want it to be an NFC North rival. I truly don't want to see Kenny Golladay 2 times a year on another team. That would wreak a lot of pain for the Lions, and for me personally, to see him in another uniform in the NFC North, not named Detroit Lions. Think that the Detroit Lions should consider the fact of where he could potentially go regarding this franchise tag, not just for the team's cap, but potentially the ramifications where he could potentially land at, and we have to face many times, 2 times a year. We have to really look at all scenarios here, and that's really important. With that said, in the upcoming videos, we get the live One Pride podcast at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on my channel, live mailbag segment every single Thursday. And we interact, we have a good time. You ask us questions, we will give you answers. It's a fun show, so make sure you show up on Thursday. On Tuesday, Spiked Kool-Aid live on the Gridiron Blitzes channel. I will be on there. It's a fun time. We get in depth, we get heated, we talk Detroit Lions. We talk about what's taking place around our franchise. Make sure you are there for that. Hit that like button, folks. Let's get those likes up. Let's get to 200 likes in this video. The more likes you get, the more chance the video gets out via YouTube algorithm. Again, we're going against the legacy media. We all know this. We all know that the media does not like the Detroit Lions. They don't like our city. So it's content creators that gets their information out there to spread the word and give the content that Lions fans want. We don't want to hear all the other teams in the NFL. We want to hear about Detroit Lions, and that's what my channel is all about. So hit that like button and help bring the awareness to our football team.